Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the Fresno State Bulldogs and the Washington State Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Fresno State has a lot to prove this first season in the Pac-12. They've been good for a long time, whether it was the WAC, the Mountain West Conference. Fresno State Bulldogs have proven they can compete with the best of the best, and now they get another chance to showcase that on the Pac-12 stage. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will have first crack at this one. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Sends it back in motion. Martin back to pass. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So Washington State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Handoff from the gun. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Martin will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Cougars! Took it all the way back to the house. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Split him out at wide wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Got a man, it's Freeman. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Martin back to pass. Going over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Maybe a crease. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They'll ride the hot hand. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Clemens. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The last completion got him 6, now it's 2nd and 4. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He fires one deep down the right side.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. It's complete to the left, and he's knocked down. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's got room. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they did tack on the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The give to the lone running back. Breaks into the open. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. Washington State will have to boot it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. At midfield, he's got room. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Caught behind the line. It's Freeman. Turning it on. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. He breaks a tackle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? They'll run play action. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Martin will throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Cougars headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. Fighting off the defender.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Could be an alley. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cougars. On to attempt to try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these all...
Makes a grab and room to run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
That's caught. It's Freeman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The inside handoff. He's there to make the stop. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Martin back to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fakes to grab, and they get him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get it through the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
That's why it's so important for this.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quick completion to the right.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much.
To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Voorhees. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Washington State lines up quickly. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Makes it past the marker. Might have a chance. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wazzu headed to the line with another 1st down. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's the pressure. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the cover. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback got it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Throws to the tight end. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Now they'll run the draw. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 11 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
That ball skips through the back, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Got room at the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Works the middle of the field. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Voorhees. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Washington State going quickly. Grabbed behind the line. It's Voorhees. Quick step and go. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run.
Here's a little, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wazzu!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense,
something about missed field goals, even long ones like that, a bit demoralizing. Now the offense set up. Oh, he's got some space.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Up-tempo for the offense.
But when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Maybe some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington State. And they take it in. Offense in a bunch formation. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows.
There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he slipped through the crowd and hit. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Voorhees. Picks up the first down. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Washington State going back to work on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Cougars are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. On target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It's 3rd and 5. It's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Quarterback making adjustments. Just keeps swinging it. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Washington! Bunch formation for these receivers. The run inside. It's Voorhees. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Hawkins. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's got the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Cougars come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Takes the handoff. It's Voorhees. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Escapes the pressure going right. He's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, this quarterback is dynamic, and it's because of his speed. You see it in the run game, but also when he decides to extend the play, scramble, and just buy himself time. Defense can't keep up with him as he's able to find that completion for the 1st.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll run it. It's Voorhees. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Cougars! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Cougars with the immediate response.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection. Executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Leaping grab for a big gain. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this